Jujutsu Kaisen actually dropped a brand new game today called Jujutsu Kaisen AFK, which is definitely very interesting timing considering how a lot of global players of Phantom Parade may be thinking of quitting the game, etc. And if you're actually still craving a bit of Jujutsu Kaisen action after quitting Phantom Parade, then this may be a game you actually want to explore. So what I'm going to do in this video is first of all show you guys how to actually download this game because it is only in mainland China right now. But I will also be showing you guys some basic elements or gameplay of this game to help you guys decide whether this is actually a game you want to try or not. Now, the game format itself, as you can see, is a vertical screen, which can be convenient when you normally play mobile games on the move. The genre of the game is AFK, which basically means you get rewards even when you're not actually playing the game. So basically, there's like this bounty which you can always pick up. Right now, for example, I left the game running for like 2.5 hours, and if I really want to, I can collect them all of them now. So you don't have to be um, actively playing the game in order to get all of the resources and rewards, etc. One thing I noticed is it also have its premium currency, the one that you use for summoning, in as one of the AFK rewards, which is actually very nice. Not many games do that, so that basically means you can literally farm currency or summons in this game just by having the game in the background, like without needing to do anything, which is definitely very interesting. Now the game itself, I'm pretty sure it's not licensed by Jujutsu Kaisen, but it does include a lot of different characters from the series. If you take a look, it includes some really later on characters as well. For example, you have Angel here, and then you also have it's just some random curse spirit here as well. So there are definitely some really interesting ones. Even if the character only appear very briefly in the manga or anime, they actually do have like a surprise appearance in this game as a playable character, which once again is a bit interesting. So how do you actually play this game if it's only available in China? So what you're going to do is you're going to download a platform which is called X7 Games, which is like the equivalent of Google Play for China. I'm going to share this link in the description or the comment section below. But basically what you need to do is simply go on this link, click this download button. It will download the APK for you. Then once you have finished downloading it, install the application and essentially you get the store page, which is like once again equivalent of Google Play, and you can search for whatever game you want, and you can also see obviously other games outside of Jujutsu Kaisen as well. Now the first thing I recommend people to do is actually just to log on to the platform, just so that any other game you link up afterwards will be automatically linked to your account, and you don't need to re-register or anything like that. And the way to register on X7 Games is super easy as well, because all you need to do is just provide an email. For example, I can just provide whatever Gmail I have, and then I press this get code. And what this is going to do is that it's going to send a verification code to your email account like this. You basically just type in that verification code, and then voila, you'll be into the game, and then you can go and search for whatever game that you actually want to play, etc. Okay, so once you have chosen the game you want to play, which is Jujutsu Kaisen FK in this scenario, what you're going to see is that when you open up the game page, it's going to show a download button here. Click on it, download the application, and then afterwards this will turn into open. And what you do is simply just click this open, and you will open up the game from your platform. And this is really nice, like I said, because it means that it's already directly linked to X7 account, the one you register with your Gmail. And therefore, what that basically means is you don't need to re-register a game account for every game you have. Now here you can see there's this dummy Gmail that I use. I didn't even need to create an account. I just get that verification code each time, right? And what you can see is that directly you will see a sub account, and basically you will see a sub account for the game that you want to play. Now click on this, you will then be able to actually log into the game itself. Now it's all very easy up to this point, and in case you're wondering whether there's any VPN needed, I'm playing this without any VPN and it works for me fine so far. If you are having trouble, however, you can try to get VPN set to China and see whether that will help. But as of now, I haven't encountered any VPN issue or issues that requires a VPN. Now, when you actually go into the game, let me just show you the very different aspect of the game. Oh, something else is also X7 Game does provide like in-game translation. So for example, I can click on a character you want. if you click on the X7 button, which is normally popping around here, you can see the different utility it's going to have, and translation is obviously one of them. You can also speed up the game with auto click if you want to use that. And that could actually be useful for this game. But for translation, simply click on there. It'll show you the different modes. Personally, I normally use screen because I translate the whole thing. But if you have a very text-heavy page, then I do find sometimes subtitles going to be better because you can actually drag around and only focus on the text that you want to translate rather than the whole screen. But yeah, so basically when you do that translate, it's going to have this button popping up. I can click on it. It will scan the whole page and then it will show you the various different things, right? All of the translation of those Chinese words, etc. So, okay, now onto the game itself. So obviously, the way it works is you get resources from AFK and then you can enter battles, etc. Now, when you actually go into battle, you can bring up to 5 characters. You can also change the formation of how they are displayed, so that could be useful. There's that bit of a strategy element to this. Now, in the actual combat itself, however, you're not actually able to control the attacks of your characters. Everything is kind of in auto mode, and you can just watch the animation of them. Now, if you find the animation to be too slow, what you can actually do is, like I said, there's that speed up functionality provided by X7 Games, and you can have it much faster if you don't want to watch the whole animation, etc. So that is something you can also do. Now, you don't have to sit here and watch the whole battle to finish, by the way. You can also actually move it to like the home screen, and when the battle is finished, it will automatically show you the battle is done, and then you move on to the next stage. So you don't actually have to sit there and watch the whole thing if you don't want to. Okay, now in terms of the actual battle mechanics, so all of the characters have their own different skills, and even though you can't actually choose what attack to use, remember this is all going to be auto. If you actually take a look at the skills, they will tell you exactly how that skill get released. So for example, here I'll have it on skill 3. It's going to say that there's a cooldown 3 turns and then first release on the second turn. So basically what's going to say is what's going to do in the battle is on the second turn it's going to use this attack, and then another 3 turns later it would use this the second time, and so on. So you can still devise strategy on how your team is going to perform, even though you are not manually controlling the attacks themselves. So that's basically the battle mechanics of this game. And obviously, there are also kind of the equipment sections, and also kind of just leveling up your characters or like duping your character up, etc. So unlike Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade, where maybe just 1 or 2 copy of a character is enough, this is actually one of those games which require you to get multiple copy of character to unlock their maximum potential. But also to counter that point, it's a lot easier for you to actually summon character. So the summoning system is like this. So basically, what you can see is that there's 3 different banners. Now, I'm not sure whether there's going to be like an event banner as well. All of those 3 right now they're like permanent banners. You have this one, which is like the basic banner. You have this one, which is like the friendship banner. So basically, you can get some extra points by sending gift to your friends or receiving gift, etc. And then you have this one, which is the premium banner. Now, you can see I have 10 tickets here. I have 12 tickets in total. After I use those, I'll show you exactly how much cube it takes or how much currency it takes in order to actually summon. Now, in terms of the pity system, there is a pity system based on points. And basically, you need like 1,000 points in order to actually summon or guarantee a 5-star character. Now, that normally means you need to in fact let's see how many points increase by when we actually press this and do 10 summons. So this is the summoning animation in case you're curious about it. So I got Toge and then a bunch of other stuff. All right, so and basically you can see I was on 441 before. Now it's at 641. So basically increased by 200, which is quite nice. So now in terms of premium currency, it costs 2,000 to do 1 multi. And if we want to see how much currency you can actually earn, there is a daily mission system. And if you take a look at this, it get 30, 20, 20, so that's 70 here. But also when you complete all of them, you can get all of those as well. So that's 19 total, 120, 170, 270. So basically, you can at least guarantee at least 270 from just the daily missions, and then there are other achievement type which will give you cubes as well. So if it only costs 2,000 for one multi, and you do get 270 per day, I do want to say like the game is fairly generous in terms of how much cubes or diamonds it's able to provide you for the summons, etc. Now, because this is a brand new game, I don't think there's any like events exclusive banners as of now. At least I haven't unlocked any, but maybe you do want to save up your diamonds for more event specific characters when they do actually come out. So that's potentially something you want to bear in mind. And maybe for those banners, it will cost you more than 2,000 gems. Okay, now in terms of events, you can see there's a lot of stuff here. And to be honest, it's a bit overwhelming to see how much there is, especially when you don't actually understand the language, right? Now, I haven't gone through all of them, so I can't even tell you exactly what they all are. But there are some pretty generous ones which I meant to find out. For example, this one gives you 1,000 summons, which is absolutely insane. For example, I can see here, right now I still have 970 summons left. I can choose to do a summoning here. I'm just going to skip this. And then you can see I can get all of those different characters out. And what's going to do is that you basically have the choice of those three SSR, and you can choose which one you want. You can't actually collect it immediately. It's still linked to the level of your character. So for example, I can only choose one out of those three SSR once I reach level 28. But still, this is like really generous rewards in terms of like how much free summons or like free SSR the game is gonna give you. Once again, I don't know how many you need for dupes, so I don't know, whether getting one of them means a lot for this game or not. Now, what other functionality are there? There's arena mode where you can battle up against enemies, characters, etc. So there's that PvP element if that's something you're looking for. There is also a guild, so you can battle guild bosses together, and there's obviously also like guild ranking, etc. If there's any like, I'm sure there must be like challenges associated with guild, but I haven't been able to find any yet. So maybe that's something in future. There is also just various different game modes that you can do. I think this, for example, is like a tower mode. And then I think there's also like this, which is more like a story mode, each kind of thing with a bit of an actual narrative and the map you need to navigate around yourself. So that's kind of the main game mode I'm meant to find.